Hi, my name is Doug Stern. I teach swimming for a living. Tonight, we're going to discuss arm recovery. That's the part of the stroke where your arm comes out of the water and gets ready to enter the water again. And it's interesting that arm recovery can either enhance your stroke or totally destroy it. Because we function by Newton's third law of motion in swimming. Third law of motion is every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Now, if you take a look at my arm is about 2 feet long, weighs about 10 pounds, which means there's 20 foot-pounds of force at my shoulder to hold this arm up. Now, if I swing this arm, it's taking all that mass, all that weight, flying around, and I don't really know where it's going to enter the water. But when it does enter the water, there must be a compensating reaction. So if I was to swing my arm, my hips have to go lateral. They have to respond. They have to react to what's going on. So it's incumbent upon me, when I swim, to limit those forces, those extra forces, and make the stroke as efficient as possible. One of the other upsides of arm recovery is how you can get your hand into the water. If I swing my arm, it's not going to enter where I want it to go. So I want it to go near my elbow, in line with my shoulder, and forward. So let's take a look at arm recovery and see how this whole thing sets up. It starts, by the way, at the back end of the stroke. So as you're finishing your stroke, you're getting ready to recover it. Now, before we were talking about how your hand finishes the stroke, and the finish of your stroke leads to the beginning of the next stroke. Your palm is facing backward, as mine is over here, and my fingertips are pointing to the bottom of the pool. My hand is just short of full extension. So my shoulder leads, my elbow follows, my hand exits the water next. Notice my hand is in a neutral position. There's a straight line from elbow to fingertips. Now, as my arm moves forward, it allows my hand to enter the water and glide forward. This is a very important part of the stroke because it sets up a new flow line. It continues the momentum as I swim and keeps me going in a straight line. So as we can see, arm recovery can either destroy your stroke or make the stroke. What happens out of the water influences what happens in the water. If there's an arm error, you will see it in the person's legs and hips. So if my kick comes apart, that's an arm problem. If my hips go lateral, that's an arm problem. So because for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, if my arms screw up, my legs will also do that.